It's time to look at how dog ownership puts the unborn fetus at a risk for birth defects. First, are birth defects a serious health issue? Yes, 1 in 33 babies in the USA, and it's also the leading cause of infant death. So they either die or they end up with a mild or severe issue that can last their entire lifetime. So this is a serious issue, and this is something that we can do for our fellow Americans and our fellow humans. So how does dog culture cause problems here? So first off, we have to look at some basic information about this topic. For example, low oxygen levels during pregnancy can lead to various birth defects and complications, including developmental delays and conditions like cerebral palsy, and many, many other ones. You just have to take the time to read on this stuff if you're interested. So, low oxygen, which is also respiratory distress. Low oxygen comes from respiratory distress. Respiratory distress will cause your oxygen to be low, but in the mother, this can put the fetus at risk, particularly for conditions like respiratory distress in the newborn. Maternal issues can lead to inadequate oxygen supply to the fetus, increasing likelihood of complications during and after birth. So it's kind of hand in hand, respiratory distress, low oxygen. So, one of the things that puts us at a respiratory distress is pet dander. This can cause respiratory distress in individuals with allergies. Symptoms can include wheezing, chest tightness, and difficulty breathing when exposed to dander. So many people expose themselves to pet dander and they think it's totally fine. They don't really notice it. It's kind of like smokers. They don't notice that they stink all the time. Your body does produce antibodies for pet dander. You're basically breathing a dead protein part. This is what you're sucking into your lungs when you're breathing your dog dander. And yeah, your body can make antibodies to break this down, and you think that you're fine, but the whole thing is that puts your immune system doing a job that it wasn't designed to do, to constantly counter this pet dander. So while I know a lot of people are going to say at this point, well, I have a lot of dogs and I'm fine, I only cough a little bit and I take allergy meds and it's fine. The whole thing about this is it's putting a mild overall distress on your respiratory system and your immune system, because it has to manage this microparticle right here that you're sucking into your lungs. So back to our slide, yes, pet dander can cause respiratory distress. Whether you realize it or not, it does. So, another thing about having a dog in your life, the ammonia in the urine can irritate your lungs and cause respiratory distress. So again, this is low oxygen, especially with prolonged exposure. Symptoms include coughing, shortness of breath, blah, blah, blah. So just like with the dander particles, this is just a tiny little particle that gets sucked into your lungs. Sure, your lungs can manage it a little bit, but it's not good for you. Whether or not you even let it bother you, like a lot of pet owners say that, oh, it's worth it, I don't care, I love my pupper, it's still affecting you. It's still overrunning your immune system. And there's plenty of studies actually about how nasty these urine particles, the little droplets of ammonia, can be for you. Yeah, so again, respiratory distress from dog ownership. So another thing, excess CO2. Dogs breathe out CO2 into your environment. You lay down in your bed, close up your windows, turn on your air conditioning, your heater, and you got a bunch of dogs in your bed, dogs on your couch. Those things are pumping CO2 right into your environment. And your body's not made to handle all that extra CO2 from those dogs. In fact, many dogs in kennels and other type of enclosures give themselves distress, and one of the big things that we have to sell and that we buy are these little oxygen chambers for dogs themselves. So this is not some kind of fringe thing like a conspiracy theory. This is real. So it can lead to breathing problems, difficulty breathing, making asthma symptoms worse. A lot of people are having more and more asthma problems these days too. It can cause inflammation and other respiratory issues. Yeah. So again, that is a thing that dog ownership does to the human body in its respiratory distress. Another thing that goes along with dog ownership is head forward posture. So this can reduce your lung capacity and affect oxygen levels by restricting movement of the diaphragm. So you're a dog owner and you're pregnant, and then you're going to be bending over all the time to pick up after the dog, pull the dog around on a leash, take selfies of the dog, baby talk the dog, give the dog treats. I mean, naturally, the dog is at about the level of your knee. Unless you got a Great Dane, then it's at your waist. Naturally, you're looking down at the dog, rolling your shoulders, decreasing your lung capacity, decreasing the amount of oxygen that your baby gets to use. Also, you can stare at a stupid dog. Wow. These human babies are really having a... This is really fucked up, to tell you guys the truth. These kids get born into dog-loving families. They get attacked and killed and have their organs donated. They get to be around humans that are like, dogs are better than kids. And, it's like they made it through pregnancy with their parents being dog worshippers. They should get a freaking, they should be given a better chance, guys. So another thing about being around a dog is the microbiome. So the mom's gut microbiome can significantly influence fetal development, brain development, immune system formation. Change in the mom's gut microbiome during pregnancy can affect the nutrients and metabolites available to the fetus, potentially impacting growth and health outcomes. So owning a dog affects your gut microbiome too. So, pet dander gets into your gut microbiome. It can cause allergic reactions. It can cause burping, belching, extra trips to the bathroom, because you're basically absorbing in dead proteins off of your dog into your gut. It can cause inflammation, imbalance in the gut microbiome, digestive issues, and health problems. It can impair the immune system's ability to differentiate between harmful and harmless substances. So that's like the autoimmune system. And it's like I was talking about earlier. Sure, your immune system can take care of quite a bit of nastiness that you throw down your mouth. And pet dander is one of those nastiness. But that doesn't mean that it's okay. It means that your immune system is in there running, extra hours, extra work, extra shifts, digesting and breaking down all of that pet dander that you're consuming, which means that your body has less ability to develop that unborn fetus. And so again, contact with pet urine can expose individuals to harmful bacteria and ammonia, which can lead to gastrointestinal issues. That's the gut microbiome. Urine contaminates food preparation areas. Prolonged exposure can trigger allergic reactions and respiratory problems. People will sit there, their dog will sit there and lick itself between its legs right after it just peed everywhere. And then they will go open mouth kiss their dog, rub their dog on the face, let the dog all up in their clothing areas. You're exposing yourself to dog urine. That's going to get into your lungs, into your gut microbiome, and that's directly affecting your body's ability to develop the fetus. Yep. And so there's urine, but there's also feces. Feces can influence the gut microbiome, particularly in young children, as household environmental contamination from animal waste is a significant factor in shaping gut microbiome and diversity. So dog owners are constantly exposed to feces. They're little kids themselves. You can find out the breed of dog that a person owns by looking at the feces of the human. There was this crazy study that I read about how they did this. But you're breathing in and you're consuming feces particles from your dog every time you're hanging around your dog, especially in today's modern dog worshiping, where we have dogs and dogs and dogs up inside of houses when they used to be outside in the doghouse. Yeah, so again, another problem with dog ownership. And so here we are in our modern dog ownership pictures. Here, what are we looking at in this picture? Sorry about that little. So look at our mom right here. Head forward posture, kissing on the dog, getting the dander, the urine and feces particles. The dog's breathing CO2 into her face. All of these pictures are like that. This picture right here. The mom for sure has head forward posture. The dog is down here. Like this picture right here. These Pomeranians, their paws are full of urine and feces particles. They're licking their own, you know what's down at the bottom of their legs. And then this mom is kissing them, breathing in the pet dander, breathing in the excess CO2 while she's pregnant. They post these pictures up of these pregnant moms like this is the cool way to be. Even these ones like borderline soft pornography. The mom has the head forward posture. She's touching the dog all up on its nasty scabby legs. Dog saliva, capnocytophaga on her hands. Yep. This is basically child abuse, child neglect. Like these people right here, they got their dogs dressed up. Mom and dad, head forward posture. You know that this yard that they're in is full of dog feces and dog urine. That blanket that they're standing on, those dogs probably wipe their asses on it. Feces particles, urine particles, excess CO2, head forward posture, gut microbiome effects. Yep, it's all there. It's all right there, guys. Right in front of us, yet we completely ignore it. Yep, there's our head forward posture again, allowing the dog to put pressure on the mom's abdomen, which you're not even supposed to do. But nowadays, I guess that they think that's supposed to be super cool. No, just like this picture right here. This is what people are promoting. This is child neglect as far as I'm concerned. There's no way it's not. I mean, prove to me that this is not child neglect. You have a baby in your belly and you're putting all of your affection towards these dogs, breathing in their CO2, spreading feces particles around. Even if you don't breathe the feces particles of your dog, whoever walks through this park right here next time, if a pregnant mom sits on this bench and that dog took a big piss right there, the mom's going to be breathing that too. So you're also causing problems for the other people. Yep, so there you go. That's how dog ownership causes problems for the unborn fetus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.